Welcome to a transformative journey toward a stronger, kinder you. Today, we're diving deep into a powerful topic: building discipline with compassion. Have you ever tried to stick to a new habit, like exercising regularly, eating healthier, or working on a big goal only to feel discouraged when you slip up? Maybe you've pushed yourself so hard that you ended up burned out or feeling like a failure. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Discipline isn't about being perfect or punishing yourself into action. It's about building consistent habits with a mindset of kindness and understanding toward yourself. When you combine discipline with compassion, you create a sustainable path to growth that feels empowering, not exhausting. In this videos, we'll explore what it means to build discipline with compassion, why it's a game changer for your life, the obstacles you might face, and practical steps to make it part of your daily routine. So, let's take a deep breath and start this journey to a more disciplined yet kinder you. Let's start by unpacking what it means to build discipline with compassion. Discipline is the ability to commit to your goals and take consistent action, even when it's hard. It's what gets you out of bed for an early workout, keeps you focused on a work project, or helps you save money for a dream vacation. But too often we approach discipline with a harsh, all-or-nothing mindset, pushing ourselves relentlessly and beating ourselves up when we fall short. That's where compassion comes in. Compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a dear friend. It's recognizing that setbacks, mistakes, and off days are part of being human. Building discipline with compassion means pursuing your goals with determination and self-kindness, balancing effort with forgiveness. For example, imagine you're trying to stick to a daily writing habit to finish a novel. A harsh approach might mean forcing yourself to write 2,000 words every day, no matter what, and feeling like a failure if you miss a day. A compassionate approach, however, might look like aiming for 500 words most days, celebrating when you hit that goal, and giving yourself grace if you only write 200 words or none at all on a tough day. You'd reflect, learn, and keep going. Without self-criticism, this approach is powerful because it makes discipline sustainable. Harsh self-discipline often leads to burnout or giving up entirely. But when you pair it with compassion, you create a cycle of motivation and resilience. You're not just chasing goals, you're building a lifestyle that supports your well-being and growth. It's about working hard and being kind to yourself along the way. Combining discipline with compassion isn't just about achieving goal sets, about creating a life that's balanced, fulfilling, and true to you. Here are 6 key reasons why building discipline with compassion matters. First, it promotes sustainable progress. Harsh discipline might get quick results, but it's hard to maintain. Compassionate discipline focuses on consistency over perfection, helping you stick with habits long-term. For instance, someone trying to get fit might start with 10-minute workouts a few times a week, building momentum without feeling overwhelmed. Second, it protects your mental health. Constant self-criticism when you miss a goal can lead to stress, anxiety, or even depression. Compassion helps you reframe setbacks as learning opportunities. If you skip a meditation session, instead of thinking, "I'm such a failure," you might say, "I was busy today, but I'll try again tomorrow." This reduces stress and keeps you motivated. Third, it builds self-confidence. When you approach discipline with kindness, every small step feels like a win. Completing a task, even imperfectly, reinforces your belief in your abilities. For example, a student who studies for 30 minutes a day, even if they don't ace every test, builds confidence. By showing up consistently. Fourth, it fosters resilience. Compassion helps you bounce back from setbacks. Instead of giving up when you fail, you reflect and try again. Imagine someone saving for a big purchase but overspending 1 month. A compassionate approach means forgiving themselves, adjusting their budget, and staying committed rather than abandoning the goal. Fifth, it aligns with your values. Discipline with compassion lets you pursue goals that matter to you, not just what others expect. For instance, if you value creativity, you might say no to distractions and dedicate time to painting, while being kind to yourself if progress is slow. This alignment creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Sixth, it inspires others. Your balanced approach to discipline can motivate those around you. When friends or family see you working hard but treating yourself with kindness, they're inspired to adopt similar habits. Think of a coworker who watches you manage stress with grace. They might start practicing self-compassion. Building discipline with compassion is about creating a life where growth and well-being go hand in hand. It's not about showing up for yourself with kindness and commitment. Building discipline with compassion isn't always easy. It requires a shift in mindset and practice, and there are obstacles that can make it tough. Here are 4 common challenges and how to overcome them. First, the perfectionist trap. Many of us feel we need to do things perfectly or not at all. If you miss a day of your exercise routine, you might think, "I've failed, so why bother?" To overcome this, embrace good enough. Celebrate small efforts like walking for 10 minutes. Remind yourself that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Second, self-criticism. It's easy to fall into harsh self-talk when you don't meet your expectations. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier but indulge in dessert, you might think, "I have no discipline." Counter this by practicing say, "I enjoyed that treat, and I'll make a healthy choice next meal." This keeps you motivated without guilt. Third, external pressures. Society often glorifies hustle culture, pushing us to overwork and ignore self-care. Friends, family, or bosses might expect you to say yes to everything. To navigate this, set clear boundaries. For instance, if your boss asks you to take on extra work, say, "I'd love to help, but my plan is full can." We prioritize. This protects your energy while staying professional. Fourth, lack of clarity. Discipline requires knowing what you're working toward, but vague goals can make it hard to stay focused. If your goal is be healthier, it's hard to know where to start. Get specific. Aim for drink 8 glasses of water daily, or walk 20 minutes 3 times a week. Clear goals make discipline easier, and compassion helps you adjust when needed. These challenges are normal, but with patience and practice, you can overcome them and build a disciplined yet kind approach to life. So, how do you start building discipline with compassion? It's about creating habits and mindsets that balance effort with kindness. Here are 5 practical steps to make it happen. 1. Set clear, meaningful goals. Discipline thrives on clarity. Identify 1 or 2 goals that align with your values, like improving your health or learning a new skill. Make them specific and achievable. For example, instead of get organized, aim for spend 10 minutes decluttering my desk each evening. Write down your goals to stay focused. 2. Start small and build momentum. Big changes can feel overwhelming, so begin with tiny, doable actions. If you want to read more, start with 5 pages a day. Celebrate these small wins, they add up. Compassion means acknowledging that small steps are still progress, even if they feel modest. 3. Practice self-compassion during setbacks. You'll have days off, it's part of being human. When you slip up, avoid self-criticism. Instead, ask, what can I learn from this? For example, if you miss a workout, reflect on why maybe you were tired and plan a lighter activity the next day. Treat yourself with the kindness you'd offer a friend. 4. Create supportive routines. Discipline is easier with structure. Build habits into your day, like setting a specific time for studying or meditating. Use tools like reminders or habit trackers to stay on track. If you fall off, compassion means gently restarting without guilt. For instance, if you skip journaling, pick it up the next day without judgment. 5. Seek accountability and inspiration. Surround yourself with people who support your goals and model compassionate discipline. Share your journey with a friend. Join a community like a fitness group or a book club, or follow inspiring figures online. For example, talking to a mentor about your progress can keep you motivated and remind you to be kind to yourself. At the end of each week, write down 1 thing you did well and 1 thing you learned. Maybe you are stuck to your morning routine or handling a setback with grace. These reflections reinforce your discipline and compassion, keeping you on track. Building discipline with compassion is about creating a life of growth, balance, and self-love. It's about showing up for your goals with commitment and treating yourself with kindness along the way. You don't need to be perfect. Just take 1 compassionate step today. What's 1 small action you can take this week to build discipline with kindness? Maybe it's setting a goal, forgiving a slip-up, or creating a new routine. You have the power to grow stronger and kinder every day. Thank you for joining me. Here's to building discipline with compassion and living a life you love. Thank you for your watching and listening.
Life is going on.